What's up everyone, welcome back, and today we have another clan fight in the form of Operation Boogeyman, which is taking place on Narva. I'm going to be leading a full infantry squad on this fight, as well as coming up with a strategy or tactic used on rollout. So if you haven't seen one of these before, not only are you going to see some of the gameplay footage from my perspective, but you'll also get a breakdown of the strategy used and some commentary around what's going on in the match. So if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button, please like the video, and leave a comment down below with your thoughts on the match, and let's get to it. Now this is a modded version of Narva, and I think it's based off RAS 7, so all the back caps are going to be randomized, but the two middle points are pre-selected, and there's a 50% chance on which one it lands on. And this is going to be the Russian ground forces versus the Russian airborne forces. And on top of that, we also have T-72s and helicopters in Narva. So we're starting off as the Russian airborne forces, so let's see what the enemy might do here. One typical route is to take the southern lane to try to break up logistics, so whatever crew we sent to the south side probably needed some sort of armored vehicle. I also expected some sort of push down middle lane towards Geneva and the middle point selected here. And then if they had a back cap north, maybe near old barracks, they would be pushing down onto shopping center. So for our rollout, I figured that we needed to use the helicopter for something quick and fast early, because I didn't think we were going to be able to place a helicopter anywhere useful, especially once they got their tanks up or a tow. So our helicopter is going to drop off a squad near Dog Park and set up a fob in this area. Now originally my squad was going to take a transport because we don't have Tigers and actually push north to back up Yellow. However, I decided to adjust that and actually push directly onto Geneva with a rally as our spawn. My ATs would move north to cover the main road, while the infantry would actually go directly onto point and begin setting up sort of a defensive position. Based on how I planned this, the fob that was north of middle point was going to give just enough room to put a fob and hab inside train depot to help cover Bridgeview Apartments, which is the southern middle point. So blue squad was going to move there to secure that building and wait in case a second cap went near there, while pink squad actually took the southern route and tried to cover the initial back caps if it did stay south of railroad. They would later come up and reinforce defensive positions, and then the hope was that by then our IFVs would be rolling in on about a 2-minute delay and helping us infantry push on to the middle points if there was some sort of holdup. All right, Lat Hat Main Road. Let's dismount.
Yep, jumping out.
Do you want me to follow Lat's Hat with ammo?
Yep. Everybody else on Geneva.
Pushing Geneva.
So I admit that my first little bit in this round was not great from an infantry fighting standpoint. I was primarily focused on communication, probably a little more so than I needed to be, helping to transmit information from my squad to the team, and then also trying to see where everybody else's squad was sort of landing on this rollout. I was getting a little bit caught up in the map, so I'm going to chop some of this up to make this a little bit faster paced and get closer to the action. But we initially start taking contact to our southwest.
Multiple Bravo. Try and get your guys out of that lodgy. Somebody's still in the lodgy.
Let's get eyes on that.
Repositioning.
We have enemy contact marked by the helmets near Geneva. Machine gunner, on move. Hold on.
You got contacts.
Close quarters on stretch for me.
Multiple. Southern side, guys. Southern side. So that was my brilliant maneuver to run behind a car and then try to run back while an LMG is there. So that gives me some indication of where they are. Obviously, we have the marks on the map and we know generally where they're pushing from. Now, if an LMG is holding that position, perhaps he's just trying to make sure we don't advance, which may give some indication that they have some sort of spawn set back behind him. So a lot of what we're going to be doing over the next little while is trying to figure out exactly where they're coming from, narrow down that window so we can try to get a better estimate on where their hab or rally might be. We have a lodgy at Old Hospital. Enemy lodgy.
Enemy BTR marked accurate. North of
Lodgy's dead, but there's infantry coming out of the building on the south side of that lodgy.
Yeah, I'm thinking there's a hab in there.
enemy mortars around Old Barracks.
We're capping. So we had a 50% chance that the middle point was going to be on Geneva, and it looks like we've guessed correctly. The point is here, so now we are holding in position to get the cap. A couple of guys have pushed out to try to slow down the enemy advance, but ultimately we do have a couple of chevrons on Geneva Apartments. Our squad that took the yellow route in the helicopter to the north side has started applying pressure to what we think could end up being the next point at Old Barracks, which is in the top portion of the Narva city. We're going to start moving our squad and infantry that is below near Train Depot up to Geneva to backfill our location, while the northern squads continue to try to apply pressure to whatever they have at Old Barracks, because I do think at some point they set up mortars in that vicinity.
6, enemy Logi just got past me. He's heading for shopping center.
Hey, enemy Logi north. Emery, get eyes up on move, please. Sarah, redirect north. Let's move.
Yep.
North or east of
Outlaw,
Geneva.
do me a favor, fall back Geneva.
Full enemy Logi just dropped on our radio.
10-4. We have, we're gonna get pushed from move mark, guys. AT, stay south. Infantry, start looking northeast. 10-4. So we have some contact on the western side still, but it's trickling in slowly. Suddenly, someone calls out a Logi that has moved past us on the eastern side near shopping center, which is just north of Geneva Apartments. Not only is that close to our northern fob, but it's in a pretty pivotal position to flank us if they are able to amass a group. And with that, they've also burnt our eastern rally. So I've got to get a new rally down, and a lot of our force is actually shifting east to respond to whatever's going on the eastern side, since that seems to be the focal point of their new attack. All while Squad 1 is actually pushing the western side from the south. Members of my squad make it to the friendly radio, which is now in jeopardy, so we're going to try to self-destruct that so we don't lose tickets. I couldn't hear you, Stretch. What?
Can you drop American those MBTs?
I've seen people spawning in walls under these staircases.
Oh.
Doesn't seem
I don't
like
think
it.
it's this building, but...
Alright, I need to rearm here. See how this goes.
I'll lead the way.
He's dead muzzle. Where they are to be for repairs.
They might have white lined it from
There's a rep station
barracks.
to your west, Onyx.
What status on that radio? Are we saving it? Or I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm
Self-destructing?
digging down. Yeah, it's
Right.
half down. Half down, yep.
We're taking down our northern radio. They found it. We just got there to disable it.
Yeah, digging.
So we're able to save the radio by self-destructing it up north. Mostly in this first chunk of the match, my gameplay hasn't been great. I mean, I'm sitting on the map trying to make sure that I understand what's going on to update our squad, because we are in a position where we could easily get surrounded. So I think it's important just to try to communicate with the group. So Geneva is now our defensive position, so we're holding on defense. Meanwhile, command is up north and in need of a Logi. So I take this extra Logi that's at Geneva to see if we can get something placed closer to barracks so we can start applying pressure. Unfortunately, this trip didn't go so well.
In the area, so.
We found the radio west of Geneva apartment also. I'm gonna release.
Sandra, we're gonna join you up there as soon as we're repaired. We just need to...
LBBTR marked west of Geneva apartments.
6 gold tank. Tank here.
Yeah, we got a heavy push coming from the west.
Yep, GL Bravo, infantry north of my position as well.
6 that tank. Might have a sneak in a second. Killed.
Yeah, I needed that tank, Mark. I'm dead. Unfortunately, the tank had actually moved a little bit south of where I thought it was. In fact, it was blocking the southern entrance to Old Barracks instead of being in Old Barracks or north of Old Barracks, which is where I thought it was.
Hey, Stretch, we head north. Copy. Squad 9.
I just saw a body west of Geneva across the road.
I don't advise, I'm waiting for him to peek.
Squad 8 is still back up and running here.
It's going to be near move mark behind the building.
Tank is tracked. Tank is tracked. Tank is tracked on my observe for.
Copy, I don't have eyes through the trees. Might have dropped that guy that was shooting at you guys.
Borders.
He was right at the
Cooker
corner of
those
the building.
tubes.
Hostile BTR destroyed.
Nice job.
Killed the one on my move.
Stay inside. Yep, thanks. Confirm.
So we're still getting some pressure from our western side. The east has calmed down, at least for now. I decided to push up and just do some scouting, so I'm going to actually run sort of towards where we faced enemy contact to see if I can spot any sort of hab or some sort of setup from where they're coming from. On the eastern side, it seems that our train depot fob is starting to take a little bit of pressure. So we're going to delete that and try to replace it with something that's more convenient to hold Geneva.
Sparky, if you can't stay, if it's risky, just leave.
We have a lot of information off of Geneva. I'll keep by south.
Yeah, I still hear contact to my southwest.
I'd pull any ammo that you
Melly,
need
there's
off
a
that.
grenadier near you somewhere.
He's in the hospital.
My team have found
got
the mortars.
multiples in the
He's
hospital.
just marked it. If anyone can help him out, because he's down, but he's just found the mortars.
Yeah, there's half a squad inside the hospital still.
Understood.
Not seeing on map.
They gotta have a rally or something near here.
Our southern hat.
Can you mark
Going
it
down.
again? I'm not seeing any more marks.
Oh, we self-destruct?
Yeah, I'm
Yes,
talking to him
because
now.
they keep getting pushed.
Copy.
Copy.
Good for it. Thanks for coming. South.
Copy, copy. We're just still tracked.
I got killed by our transport.
It's underneath the IFE. It's at E348. It's on the
Copy,
IFE,
rotating.
that's the mortars. I've marked it with a fog creation, so you can see it.
Copy.
E348.
I think it's only one that I saw. Dead.
Want me to use this airstrike or
Yeah, he gave
artillery
up.
on the attack or
He gave
defense?
One tank destroyed.
One tank is destroyed.
Tank is to our west.
Nice.
On tour attack, we're Amarex.
Alright, we're working on it.
I'm keeping the Merc accurate. He's half ammo.
Here.
Okay, I found Hab. Hab's down here. Move,
No more.
roughly. So with that run, I was able to spot the Hab. So we know now where they're coming from and how to maneuver around that. Expecting a line of infantry direct from that Hab towards Geneva. But also, it seems that the east side battle that we've been having is not complete.
Yeah, mate, he was just
They're
sat
bandaging
there
on my
in a
body
fucking
right
tree
now.
waiting for me to come down that road. He fucking knew where I was going. He's... Yeah,
there's
man.
There's more pushing south of me.
Last tank destroyed.
go and engage.
All along these helmet marks and south of it.
He's
Yeah, there's a
damaged. I
shitload.
popped some of his wheels, so he might limp back
Pull
to
back,
base,
boys.
but what the fuck is he doing down there?
Geneva's getting assaulted hard.
We need
If
guys
you're
on
down,
Geneva. We're
respawn.
starting to get pushed pretty hard here.
30 on rally.
Yeah, Geneva's not looking good.
I'm the only one of the rally up here. We need help.
I need a marker from where they're coming
Medics
from.
over here.
Is
We
that
have
Hab
at least 4 or
marker?
5 guys down.
On 6,
Only one?
that's rough placement, but that's where it is. It's over there. On 6 move. In 6 diamonds.
Every year too far out there.
To squeeze a heli in there.
digging something right now here.
Geneva. Both enemy tanks have been destroyed. Still 2 alive as far as I know.
Slay, I'm gonna keep at least one eye.
Okay. I just wanted to go out there and see if I could see where they were coming from.
They are still on Charlie. Medic reviving
I
in
got
that
a full
bush.
squad.
I do have movement west side now. They are starting to push. Guys, if we could smoke out across
If
the
somebody
road,
wants
they
to
can't see us.
pull in, I've 30 seconds. I've got an artillery request.
There's guys to the
Give me a
north of us
marker and I
on
can
mark
pull
now
it in.
too.
I've got to push on west
I
side.
don't think the UAV's gonna yield anything up here.
Yep, they're both sides.
We've got a couple minutes before they have a full push on us from 2 sides,
Yeah.
guys.
Ice, give me maybe artillery on those helmet markers. Do you
What
think
side's worse, east or west?
I could do creeping away from you?
East probably.
Hop comes first.
East.
East
Are they
is pretty
on
bad.
Charlie
There's at
then?
least 2 full squads.
They can get down with
Yes.
the heli. Put
All
marker
Charlie
north
heading.
and south of that.
Alright, both sides.
It's
north
fine,
and south.
there's no rush, only
That's,
available.
I just did a
Yeah, okay.
I just did a mark. That's the best I got.
Don't approve.
Hopefully that keeps them away. I don't know. how
So I
much
gave a
it'll do.
tactical request to command for artillery on our eastern side. That seems to be the focus of their push on our back line, pushing in east to west towards Geneva. Meanwhile, we still have some infantry coming in from the western side. So a lot of what we're trying to do is disable one push so that we can focus on the other push. As it turns out, once the artillery is finished, we begin to push behind it and find an enemy hab in this little grassy area between some of the buildings directly east of Geneva. Enemy push from west side now on red arrows.
We are capping full bar.
Next side.
And we are on their hub.
Charlie, have Charlie. It's Dadalare.
We can pull back to support on Geneva if you need.
Mark tab, putting 5 creation up. Emery.
I'm moving close stretch
Mallory,
now.
can you advance to help Hound?
Yeah, real close.
Yep, on it. Yeah.
Squad 1's gonna push east of Geneva, take out that hab, then we'll circle back and help west side.
They're on the corner of the building.
Already knocked down a
west
hab.
of where Slay was.
Hab is marked.
Yeah,
Nice.
we're making sure it
Keep
stays
an eye on
down. We're making sure it stays down.
5 creations up, find that radio.
Sorry, man. There's guys right across the street from me where you were running.
How's west side?
Their tiger is here.
Where
Moving
is
Tiger,
side?
Charlie.
Like right outside the gate, right outside the gate.
Alright, just checking. Both tanks down.
Can we
Yeah,
get full
traded with
animation
him.
on the east
Yes.
side, Ab?
Yes.
It's already down.
Copy. Sorry there. Did you catch that?
Respawn.
So you got
Oh,
more
he
guys
missed.
down where you were. Down a level.
Heavy heli circling.
How well you might be able to see them cross street.
Yeah, I'm looking.
Have his proxy for Elvis.
If you two got radio, I'm gonna head to hab. Make sure I'm not digging it up.
Can do. Roger. Is that habit
Hab's clear
E5
for now.
that no
Yeah,
one's on? Is that accurate?
Friendly have his proxy rally is pretty.
E577.
Moving back.
That is a rough mark. That's a rough mark.
Radio
It is there.
being
Hey,
damaged.
Shanley on the hub.
Radio
I got trees. I got trees on this side, but I can't see shit.
Hab is accurate. Hab is accurate. Vigil's not accurate.
Hab's
Sorry.
coming back
Have
online.
his deproxied. Slay, if you need to just transport him in for rally.
So after some more of my own lackluster infantry play, we have found the enemy radio on the eastern side. We've disabled the hab, which was actually hit by the RE directly, so that actually prevented them from being able to spawn on our eastern side, which is pretty helpful because that limits where we need to be focused on to shift a little bit back to the west, since now spawns will most likely be pressuring us. However, Command Squad has actually made a decent attempt at pushing their back point being Old Barracks. Medi brings up that there's a transport in Maine, so we're going to take that and see if we can get some sort of position to push the enemy hab on the western side. We already see there's a blueberry there, so we're going to see if we can sneak in on the south side and get below the hab and try to make some sort of push to disable that hab as well. We're also going to drop a rally so some of my guys can shift their spawns, since we do have some backfill of other squads helping play defense. I did it too fucking early.
Already.
I'm good.
Already on Geneva.
Artillery coming in.
Is that friendly?
We've just C4'd the enemy hab, so that'll be done with soon.
Lighting into Geneva now.
Seemed like it.
We're probably gonna have to dig this hab back up after already.
Yeah, yep.
We're receiving mortars and already.
Already on Geneva and mortars heading.
I got smokes going out south of Geneva and infantry pushing.
Roger. Copy. Our hab's fine. Mark that BTR, please. All fire. Yeah.
I don't have visual of one. I'm down.
North was it, sorry.
Yeah, multiple
Five,
pushing
lure him
quick.
to me, mate. Lure him to me.
from Slay.
On me.
Hold on, I got a medic here. Hold on.
From one tag actively marked, squad 4.
Stretch.
From
Guy
south.
needs a medic on me.
Yep, soccer field, soccer field.
Watch it off.
I got one.
Hey, we killed that guy in the building. You have
Alright. I got on the side.
Roger, thank
Command
you.
full squad coming in from your north. Mark them that.
Hold GL. Hold GL, Gandhi.
Yeah, we don't need it. We don't need it.
Save your ammo.
Cheers, man.
Oh yeah.
Let's just get this radio phone.
Is that not a radio mark there?
One tank destroyed.
I don't know.
Oh, that's the third time.
Hab is fine.
Fob creation's down.
Hab's full.
10-4.
Thanks, Wian.
Fob creation's down. Let's try to find the radio. All right, Hab, enemy Hab on the west side of Geneva is down a layer. We're looking for radio.
We should look for that one north of Tower apartments as well, if that's still a thing.
South is looking alright right now.
Radio on me. Stretch.
Roger that, coming to you.
That's in the building.
Radio found for their western.
Enemies to the
floor.
south, sir, man. Enemies to the south.
BTR,
Enemy BTR north of Geneva.
At the south, not down the road.
Copy. Try and pull his wheel down if you can.
Sounds like he is heading into Geneva. Yeah, and he dropped people
Our
off.
Hab is offline in Geneva. Is
Our
that
Hab's proxy.
Okay.
Yeah, he dropped people off.
Spot 4, enemy tank is just
Friendly
east.
downstairs.
A rough mark coming up. Copy.
Other building.
I got knifed
Ah, fuck me. North?
Strong room
Yeah.
slate.
as I exit a door.
Geneva's looking pretty fucking rough, fellas.
I've got a couple guys pushing from the
We
south.
have their radio being dug
Just
down
going
west.
I just got ambushed by here. Sorry, sorry.
He's on us, eh?
South of the head.
Radio's on bleed.
Roger.
Our head.
Watch the door.
We got him, he's unwrecked.
Hab's coming back up.
Yeah, I'm just gonna hang out in the bathroom up here.
Send
There's one guy inside the house.
They just ambushed.
Tiger pulled up as well to the north. I hit him
BTR
once. He
down.
might be disabled.
And with that, you can see we got the victory, and it was a pretty sizable one. Between holding position and eliminating infantry pushes, taking down a couple of their radios, and some vehicle kills, I think we made it a more sizable victory than it would have been had we started losing some of our radios that we were able to self-destruct and reposition. Obviously, I didn't do a ton from an infantry perspective. However, our squad really locked down Geneva and held it until we were able to get backfilled with more infantry support. I think the team did a really good job of communicating the specific things that we needed to attack, right? Like the Logi headed past shopping center, we were able to quickly react to that. The artillery on the Hab behind us to the east of Geneva, we were able to respond to that really quickly and continue to make it difficult for the enemy to push onto that middle point. So while the first round as the Russian airborne forces is in the books, we still have to play the Russian ground forces side. So be on the lookout for that video. Be sure to hit the subscribe button, leave a like, drop a comment down below with your thoughts on the match, and I'll see you next time.